The boycott of Bud Light is probably the single most successful boycott in the history of not just, the United States of America, but the history of the world. I mean, even Birdbrain here probably prefers Flight by Yingling. But that is not the end of this story. Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and let's get into this new 4th of July ad that people are dragging online. Ready to get into it, buddy? Budweiser's 4th of July message sparks furor beyond disgusting. They are trying so hard to get back into the good graces of the average American redneck, are they not? I mean, Bud Light is doing everything they can. First, they tried that incredibly cringe Clydesdale commercial. Now they're over here like, hey, it's the 4th of July. Remember the veterans, which, first of all, probably more of a Memorial Day thing, which you just had a month, last month to do. So you could have done it then, or sorry, 2 months ago, May. You could have done something like this in May, but you were just so hoping, like, let's come back to us. How badly is Bud Light doing? Don't answer that. We know the answer. Very, very poorly. But this article says Budweiser has felt the backlash of social media users after its 4th of July ad was accused of being misogynistic and disgusting. I'll be honest, guys. I don't see what was misogynistic about that whatsoever. I mean, it was incredibly dumb. You could tell they very clearly were just trying to get back, like I said, into the good graces of the average hardworking American redneck, and why wouldn't they? That was their biggest customer base. But what was misogynistic about that? Like, did I miss something? I mean, yeah, there's a dude on the billboard, and there's a guy talking. Okay, is men speaking misogynistic now? Is that what it is? There's some women. Oh, there's 2 guys on another billboard. Yeah, two black women. There's a black woman right there. This is a really inclusive commercial. There's a white girl, and I'm sure she's probably a lesbian, considering she's drinking Bud. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything misogynistic about this, guys. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know why it was being slammed for being misogynistic and disgusting. But anyway, it appears that Budweiser, owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev, is still feeling some of the backlash originated by its sister beer, Bud Light, after the brand briefly collaborated with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Some started to boycott Bud Light and other brands owned by parent company AB InBev. It appears that, over 3 months later, the anger towards the company is still raw, with social media users calling out Bud Light's latest ad campaign. Well, at this point, I mean, it has evolved beyond a boycott, let's be real. They're never getting these customers back. They're never getting the vast majority of these back. There's a reason that Modelo and Yingling have been just flying up the shelves. It's because you have burned your bridge. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's like, oh, it's all right-wingers. No, this is an everyone thing, because everyone knew what this was, this obvious virtue signal, and they are just beyond tired of it. So, yeah, 3 months later, there's no way you're recovering. You shouldn't have even attempted to put out this cheesy, hokey ad where you pretend to care about the troops, because we all know what you really care about, and what you care about is the dollar signs. That's what, which is fine. That's what all companies care about. But this is very obviously going to draw outrage from people who, actually do care about America and the fact that the 4th of July is arguably the most important holiday in our nation's history for very obvious reasons. So for what is the most hated company in the country right now to put out an ad just to try and get back in the good graces because they screwed up 3 months ago, how did you think this was gonna go? Are you that dumb? You fired the marketing people that brought in the Dylan Mulvaney stuff, but there's no recouping this. You can't just make it better. On July 4th, Budweiser shared a 30-second ad that features members of the United States Armed Forces discussing the educational scholarship program Folds of Honor. Budweiser has believed in Folds of Honor for 13 years. Today, we honor our veterans and the 44,000 scholarships awarded to the families, the voiceover on the ad says. Service never stops, and neither will we. Oh, I guarantee you will be stopping soon. You will be stopping when you are effectively out of business. Or maybe you will stop serving any sort of straight bar, because the only bars that will have you are gay. Oh, wait, no. The gay bars stop serving you as well because you refuse to back Dylan Mulvaney hard enough, I guess. Like, that's the position we're in. You say that service never stops, and, for those of you boys in blue and the people in uniform and everyone who's willing to put their life on the line, your service, I'm sure, never stops. However, Bud Light's service has absolutely stopped. Though the ad makes no mention of the recent controversy surrounding Bud Light, its collaboration with Mulvaney and any other crossover with the LGBTQ+ community with the comments section was filled with furious replies. Using dead soldiers to try and dig back from sponsoring child drag shows and misogyny is beyond disgusting. Okay, where's the misogyny? Like, when we make fun of Dylan Mulvaney, first of all, I want to be clear, we're making fun of a dude. Dudes making fun of each other is not misogyny. But even if it was, where's this misogyny coming from? Like, I don't understand. Maybe you could say, like, it's anti-LGBT, it's, like, homophobic. I would still disagree, but that would at least be a better choice of words. But someone please clue me in on the misogyny here, because I'm just not seeing it. wrote, i.e. Doug Masters, in response. AB InBev has not sponsored any child drag shows that Newsweek is aware of, but the user may be alluding to Bud Light's recent sponsorship of Toronto Pride, which sparked more criticism for the brand, because if you guys didn't know, yes, Bud Light doubled down and they absolutely sponsored Toronto Pride, because those two things go together so well. Canadians and the LGBT community, like, that is the ultimate soy calling card. You don't want your red-blooded American working on a tractor redneck beer drinker to see you supporting Canadian gays. Those are like the worst kind of gays to those people. Except maybe Muslim gays. I'm not sure. I don't have enough redneck friends to ask, but maybe Muslim gays are worth Canadian gays. Either way, they're both bad in the average trucker's eyes. To all who protect America's freedom, this Bud's for you. This 4th of July, we're proud to work with Folds of Honor to keep military families today and every day. I mean, to give Budweiser credit, still a better tweet than what Ben & Jerry's put out. A number of users called the attempt by Budweiser to curry favor with beer drinkers, though the ad is too little too late. Twitter user Jeffrey Floyd wrote, "Too late, Budweiser, too late." While Bill Fowler posted, "You're ruined." I mean, they're both entirely correct. People that drink Bud Light to begin with, which I don't know why there were so many, but hey, it's good to see this piss beer finally not being acknowledged anymore. It is too late. I mean, no one is coming back to you guys. Meanwhile, other social media users simply wrote one-word replies, such as apologize. This pointed out that AB InBev CEO Michael Ducaris has yet to issue a public apology for the collaboration with Mulvaney. I mean, I don't really know if they should apologize for it. They didn't really do anything wrong. They did something dumb. I don't know if you should apologize for doing something dumb, but maybe you should apologize. I'm not quite sure where I fall on this. I'm definitely on the anti-Bud Light train. I'm definitely on the stop using woke agendas to peddle your products train. But I don't feel like apologizing is... What would that do? Would you guys start going back to drinking Bud Light just because they apologize? If that's the case... Oh, what? They apologize, they start making their money back. What was that whole 3-month plus boycott for? Just for you to go back and start drinking it again. To me, that doesn't send enough of a message, but that could just be me. Maybe I'm going too Machiavellian with it. On April 14th, Bud Light CEO Brendan Whitworth responded to this controversy with a statement. "We never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people." Bullshit. You absolutely intended to be part of a discussion that divides people, because this has been dividing people since like 2016. "We are in the business of bringing people together over a beer." No, you are not. In Budweiser's tweet alongside the video, the company wrote that it's proud to work with Folds of Honor, but Twitter user MJ Cannon didn't believe the brand. No, you're not. This should have been the first choice, not Dylan. You're using this now to save face. I mean, that's exactly correct. If you want to be proud about working with people that literally put their lives on the line every day, and proud of the education you give out because of it, this is something that should be celebrated not just on the 4th of July, not just on Memorial Day, but this should be a kind of all-the-time thing, keeping it in the public consciousness. So no, I would say that MJ Cannon is exactly right. You were standing on the graves of these dead soldiers and the fondness America has for its patriotism, and I'm glad it's not working. The comments criticizing Bud Light, Budweiser, AB, InBev, and Mulvaney weren't restricted to Twitter. The 4th of July ad was first posted on YouTube on June 27th, and the harsh comments have been flooding in ever since. "No one actually serving, or who probably serves, wants anything to do with this morally bankrupt company," wrote YouTube user Mr. Pete Whiteman. "It's not a boycott, it's banishment." Damn, I like it. Many other comments on both Twitter and YouTube alluded to AB InBev's recent loss in profits after the boycotts. Recent figures showed weekly year-over-year sales were down by 31.3% compared to 2022. They have divided people so much. They have upset so many people that they are down by 31.3%. Now, I don't know how many billions that is, but that is definitely in the billions. You cannot tell me this is all just right-wing rednecks. I mean, I know I've been saying that, but I've been saying it mostly as a joke. There are people out there on the left that genuinely believe it's all just right-wingers. Ain't no amount of right-wingers gonna make a 31.3% decrease. That is an everyone sort of thing. You're gonna have people on the right, the left, the gay, the straight. The fire is just coming down from all sides. Yeah, I had no idea that this is what happened on the 4th of July, or that they put this ad out on Twitter. I did see the Ben & Jerry's ad, and oh my goodness, it made me angry. Me and my father had a bit of a conversation about it. No, I spent my 4th of July culturally appropriating by eating hibachi and watching some horror movies with a buddy. So yeah, it was a great way to express our freedom. But beyond that, I don't understand how they thought this would work. Like, maybe somebody smarter than me can explain how the marketing team at Budweiser thought, let's put out a 4th of July tweet about the soldiers. Do you guys know how to internet? Are you still stuck in 1987? The moment you try and do something to deflect, the internet is going to be on to you. Media has changed. The times have changed. And you don't just get forgotten. Things are not just going to blow over like they used to because the internet is forever. And the Sooner marketing teams, not just a Bud Light and Budweiser and AB InBev, but the Sooner marketing teams in general realize this. The better off we're going to be. There's a reason the Flash and Indiana Jones have lost so much damn money. It's because people don't forget. People see this. We are wise to it. But man, those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments below, or let me know on Twitter where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. I guess this wasn't particularly nerdy, but it's just fun to dog on Bud Light. Either way, it's all here in the nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.